Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to... Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the point. And for the Rockets, they've got P.J. Tucker. Oladipo is out there with Wall. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Tate. And at the 3, the small forward. Kenny, you played for a number of coaches in your career. Which players right now do you think you should take a look at all the players in the league would maybe make a good head coach in the future?
Well, LeBron would be a great coach. CP3 would be a heck of a coach, probably. C.J. McCollum plays a game because there's a guy. I like guys who weren't like the star and then became it because they understand the guys on the bench, how they feel, as well as the stars. So C.J. McCollum has kind of come up into that.
Well, that's why a lot of great coaches, it's not that they were the best player, but they played on great teams. So they get to see it. I'd throw another name out there, Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo.
What about Greg Anthony?
You know,
no,
he
that's
was
the broadcast. Greg would be great.
He'd be great. I think either of you would be great.
You know, it would be fun.
I'm trying to own a team next.
That's what you want to do. You want to own. You want to own. Here's KD. Misses in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Fires from deep. No good on that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
A nice shot by Wall. Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront more than anybody.
Of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
I think they took bad twos just as much as they take bad threes. I mean, I'll never forget my college coach said, I had a teammate took a shot. It was a bad shot. And I got on him about it. And coach looked at me and he said, hey, we don't yell at our shooting guard. He said, I never met a player that took a shot he wasn't trying to make. And that stood with me because you don't shoot it to miss, but that doesn't mean it's a good shot.
Right. Showing how unselfish he can be. Irving recognizing the importance of keeping his teammates involved.
Outside, Wall. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Kenny, you played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding 3?
Game-deciding 3. Steph Curry's number 1. Klay Thompson's number 2. Ray Allen's retired, so I'll go with Trae Young.
What about Dame Lillard?
I'm sorry. Dame Lillard, number 3. And then Trae.
Wait.
Steph, Klay, Lillard. Game winning 3, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there. Why?
No.
Why? Hey, Kevin and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card, though.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a 3 to get to the finals.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game and in those series. Now, here's Irving. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Jordan finds Green. And here's Harden, defended by Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. It's rebounded by Houston. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking to take control of this one early. And when you have more talent, you want to keep the other guys from gaining any confidence.
And already, they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. Over the last few years, the step-back three has become a staple for some guys. Who do you think is the most consistent with it?
Harden and Doncic, easily. You know who started the step back? A guy named, the first time I ever saw it was Kiki Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I never saw a step back until he played.
And it was quick.
Yeah, he used to do a quick step back. And I'd never seen the step back move ever in my life before. And I was like, what is that? Is that a walk? He's like, no, it's a step back. And now we got the step to the step to the step to the step to the step back.
The side back.
And what's going to be the next development?
You're just going to be able to run and you don't have to
Yeah. We're seeing that right now.
yeah, exactly.
And it's Gordon missing.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And the Nets miss again.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Gordon. 8 points his last outing. Shamet with the steal. Nets passing it around. Round kicks to Shamet. To the paint. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 6 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside Gordon. To the left side wing. Here's Cousins. He got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by. Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course,
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
We've got Brown, Gordon out there with Ben McLemore. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Nwaba in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the Nets also making a change. Durant's checked in for Jeff Green. Kenny, you just look at this roster. Brooklyn full of stars. There have been some very high aspirations for this team, maybe as much as any, in the near future.
Yeah, well, they handed out a pair of max contracts at Irving and Durant.
Right.
And then they still had a solid nucleus and core. They're trying to win titles over the next few seasons.
It's going to be interesting to see if Kevin Durant gets all the way back. There's not a lot of history of guys in their 30s rupturing the Achilles, getting back to that level. Remembering, this guy wasn't just a great player. He was an all-time player.
That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Gordon. Here's KD. 5 points in the game. A 3. Nwaba with the rebound. Brown against Durant. Makes it off the glass. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Outside, KD. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Kenny, when you first came into the NBA, your coach was one of the all-time greats. Bill Russell in Sacramento, coaching that time the Kings. Was it intimidating for you at all?
Yes. It wasn't intimidating because of his basketball stature. I was more intimidated because of his social consciousness stature, of who he was as, knowing Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and that I was like, whoa. He was telling me stories so casually. So, you know, Martin and I, like Martin Luther King.
Lawrence?
He's like, Malcolm and I, oh, Malcolm in the middle? No, Malcolm X. I'm like, wow. That blew my mind.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. On defense, the Nets. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Yeah, he can finish like an elite shooting guard. Wall with the size and burst to throw it down with ease.
Harden inside the three-point line. And it's off the back rim. No good. Rockets trail by 6. Oladipo taking his time here. Off target from outside. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
Losing your man defensively when Harden has the ball, that's unforgettable. He's the top-tier creator.
Last season, the G League testing a single-shot free throw rule to speed things up. One shot that can be worth more than 1 point. Kenny, any thoughts?
No, I don't like that. Okay. Because I'm fouling you because you can't shoot. It's a lot of times. So I'm going to put you on the line, and you got to get 2 for 2. And I just, because the game is stopped. There's no defense in front of you. You're at the free throw line. It's only 15 feet away. Come on, Shaq. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you can make a free throw.
No, but I think the other thing, for philosophically, you really changed the game, right? Because what if you make one and miss one?
Yeah.
And you're up 2. Now it's 3. So now if you say I only got to make 1 to get 2, you completely changed the game.
Oh, but think about this even, Greg. End of the game.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. Rockets trail by 15. 1:58 left here in the second. And here's Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
KD's shot is good.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
For Houston, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Oladipo. In it goes after missing his first 7. Now shooting 1 for 8 this game. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. What a pleasure it was to have Kenny joining us. Doris, he's been in the business for a long, long time.
Boy, as great as Kenny Smith was on the basketball court, he was a tremendous guard, a championship guard. He's been equally impressive off of it. This guy's a mainstay in the studio, Emmy Award winner, truly a special treat.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Irving passes to KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. KD's got 19 points.
Kevin Durant is a threat to shoot it as soon as the ball hits his hands. This guy incredible, relentless as a scorer.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Irving dishes to Durant. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Irving against Wall. They get it back. Wood. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Durant wide open, he fires. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Here's Wall, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
One of the most valuable and fundamental plays in the game, a convincing pump fake. Nice one there by Wall.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And through 1 half, it hasn't even been close. Nets out in front, running.
Hey, Kevin, thanks.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. And returning from his sojourn, doing some in-game analysis. We laughed, cried, we turned down the volume. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Smith.
Yeah, welcome back, buddy. Kenny, man, we missed you. Yeah, I know. You guys missed me. Like how much? Seriously. Put it into words.
Minimal.
That's not a lot.
No.
They treated me so well down there.
What?